Got Adam Skybomb Circle on the pull. Nick Bean receiving it under. Deep in the end zone. Hooks. Whips it right back around to the center. Who is that guy? Brian? John? John, that's his name, John.
You don't worry about who that guy is.
Nick Bean with a big put. Is Kumi gonna get there? No. Close, close. I think we might already be at that boost stage, Logan.
Told you, I'm right.
Do you have enough turnovers to point?
Huh?
Every point becomes a twin stick.
Hey, a little more finesse with the cones, please. Those are expensive.
I was there when he bought them.
Those are like $2.50 each.
I don't think.
Oh.
I don't think he's lying on that.
Nick Bean probably should have picked it up, and Zach Johnson should have been working right away.
Bye, friends. He actually ducked.
He doesn't need to though. Thanks. Thanks, fam. Shredder! Shredder!
What's the difference between a shredder and a hammer?
So a hammer is an overtop inverted.
Yes.
Kind of like how you would throw a football to it and stuff.
Yes.
Not really, actually. But it's, you know, that's a hammer.
Yes.
It's overtop, above the head. A shredder is a forehand that comes in a very hard blade. There's no float to it whatsoever. It's high and release and comes in immediately.
I get it. Well, Gray just scored, making it 2-1.
Nice big pull from Gray. Oh, lands on the line. Too bad the line is out of bounds in this sport.
It's not like.
So you friend of Jeff's? Okay.
I found the website and saw us about.
Okay, cool. So do you play alt?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Were those bottles unopened?
In Florida.
Okay, gotcha.
I think one of those is unopened.
We're out in Florida. Okay, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, Stick of Justice is
I just know a
back.
Mad Cow guy that moved back to Florida. But I can't remember where he lives. But cool, so you're just like in town, or you live here now? Okay, gotcha. Gotcha, okay.
It's about time for the Irish.
Yeah?
Yeah, gonna put that on your tab since they don't take sterling here.
Become more American, please.
Is anybody commentating?
Quasi. You feel free though if you want.
No, I'm good, thank you. What's going on, Logan?
So,
Not much, how about you?
Okay. You're able to pick up, it's $15 a game. Yeah. And then, you know, the thing is like...
Let's see, Gray is winning,
first
2-1.
8:30. And then just speak with each of the captains, see if they need to pick
Gray up 2-1, we got another call.
Ooh, gotcha.
We have been joined by Wested. Eventually, I'm pretty sure we're going to have an introduction title for each person who joins in.
Okay. How long have you been playing?
Looking static.
Okay.
Oh, great D by Q. His man had one step on him to the open side, and Q was worried and knew that the only way he was going to get that back was by laying out. It looked almost as though he laid out before the throw went up, but he must have just had a good reaction regardless. Nice lefty backhand to Ethan with power. Ethan tunes the fork and puts up an inside-out forehand. Will be grabbed by a sideline player. She might have still had a play on that, so in the future I'd just let that disc go ahead and hit the wall. Libby to the middle of the field to Bean. Bean looks open side. Bean wins the wiper. Libby catches it one-handed and travels to the open side.
She takes a journey.
Libby throws it to Bean again. Bean with power. We have a violating mark. Doesn't matter. We've got Q on Lehman. That's not Lehman, that's Corey. Corey to the open side, and a nice little riser forehand. Cherry to
Tizzle. Or Tizzle.
She has blonde hair.
Gray Lady.
Dumbass. Bill Jack.
That makes it 3-1.
Yeah. River Boatman.
Useful.
Okay, that's on.
Coming on offense for this red line here, we've got from left to right
Technically, always
Mike Parado from John Carroll, Nair Kudabudin
For
from
example, tonight
Shaker Cornell
soccer
and
group
Case.
in front of the
We've
football
got
group in front
Ethan
of us.
Yord from John Carroll.
Ran 10 minutes late, so
recording.
We've got
football group
Bree
ran 10
Blair.
minutes late, so we started coming.
We've got Josh Lavelle.
And
we've got
people start arriving.
Another red lady
Grab a few beers.
with some skull and crossbones leggings, which I'm
Yeah.
digging just about as much as Josh's shorts. And Mad Max Militia set to pull.
Hurry up, Jeff!
It's like,
The stick of justice will punish him.
Good. Shove it right up his ass.
all right, red signaling for it, and Mad Max with the pull. Mad Max is really burning some clock here. It's already been 17 minutes for 4 points. We're in the 43rd minute.
Can I ask you a question, Weston?
After this point, Q fields the pull. Q throws a backhand to the flick side. And this lady had Ethan. Oh, looks nice static break throw to Parado. Parado boosts it. And it's straight away, and it might be out the back, but Lavelle is going to run it down. Oh, it's just slightly too far, and Parado hit the weights.
It's interesting because a lack of wind in the environment kind of, to an extent, evens the playing field.
That's right. Throwers who are normally known for their long and distinguished throws outdoors aren't as valuable in here because
No,
people
they're
need
not.
to be able to. I'm looking at Bethel here as I'm saying this. People need to be able to drop their throws into a very small pocket, and he's smiling and nodding. People need to be able to drop a throw in. You might have heard MC use the term elevator. I threw an elevator in the last game to Chrissy, to Justine, who finished to Chrissy, but a throw that can go up and then die back down. Not the quintessential three-stage throw like Timmy and Jeffy have taught in the past, where you backhand the penguin, so to speak. That's a more political term.
Oh, format, yeah. It's a 5-2 or 6-1.
We got Corey Hilton here holding the disc in his left
It is
hand,
full width. We could
crossing
run
his
7,
legs.
but it actually runs a little more
And
efficiently than
our boy on dark decides not to two-hand it. Corey Hilton on the
It's a
mark.
little bit shorter than full length, but it
Cheeky
is
lefty
full.
backhand. At some point, Corey's going to dial into that. Josh is shooting from the hip. He throws a shredder across field to Bree. Bree one-hands it again. Looks open side. Nice dig by Ethan.
They should probably make Ethan change his jersey.
Ethan stands for
changed it
backhands
again.
to the middle. Parado is looking. Parado is not pivoting nor faking. Parado throws an IO to the open side.
She throws low.
Up.
And then Clint Eastwood almost turfs it, but Ethan comes up with a nice dig.
That makes it
So-
3-2.
Do you think this is
Red.
going to be a high or low scoring?
Recording.
All
That
right,
is kind of not
3-2. Gray sets to field the pole.
I mean, that's.
Mad Max is signaling. Libby's got her hand up.
I don't know. I don't know.
Nice little backhand. It's going to drop in on Corey. Corey fields the pole, centers to Libby. Libby looks open side, hits John. John from John Carroll. You know, he's doing a great job of pivoting. You don't really need to have amazing fakes if you can pivot that effectively.
Oh my
And that's
gosh,
a great
right
throw
down
by
the line
Church.
Cherry.
That's a great
Couldn't be
throw
quoted
by
in.
Church. Oh my goodness.
She got that score kind of really tough. Someone was standing right on in between.
You know, Cherry's forehands have really come a long way. You know, he's getting to that point where he should feasibly looking downfield to complete the next pass, to make a continuation every single time he gets the disc.
Indoor and outdoor?
I don't see why not. His skills are only augmented outdoor because he's so fast. And I generally feel like he is faster than a lot of his teammates right now, which makes it hard for him in this format, because if he is up to speed, he's going to be running into people.
Yeah.
And, you know,
He's gonna have a lot of power positions that he just can't hit because of.
you're only as
different
strong
design.
as your weakest link, especially in this format. And you saw how badly I was dogging it in the last game.
So that made it score 4-2. I didn't want to cut you off.
I hear that, Jason. I'm a little dehydrated, but Gray is set to pull. Gray is up 4-2.
Yeah.
Weston brought that as a housewarming gift.
Nice, dude.
I was only disappointed I couldn't buy every bouquet of flowers there. There were like 10 different colors. They were all
Here
fluorescent.
you are, and just has 2 bouquets of flowers.
That's awesome.
Q's taking his sweet time walking the disc up. Maybe he doesn't
Still got your
realize
head.
that they are down.
That's an interesting point there of people taking their time, bringing it to the line.
The first pole in my game didn't go up until 57 minutes and some seconds.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous.
Well, you know, Winter League is all about format, and we love this venue because it creates this format which we really haven't experienced anywhere else. That's a great bid by Church.
True.
Again. You know, Brian Church is really playing hot right now.
And it's also
he's got his head on a swivel. If you notice, Shredder goes up to the back corner. Is Church going to be there? No. I don't know if that throw was necessarily to Lavelle, but it was a thick space throw, cross field, 1/3 to the far third, and from a fundamentally sound standpoint, it really doesn't get much better than that.
4-3, Red just scored.
So there are a few vocabulary terms which we could go over, and you've heard me use: IO, OI, blade, shredder, hammer, thumber, scuba, strike, poaching, momentum. It's a good mathematical definition of touch right here. Dump swing on the block, chiseling, boxing, sealing, disdain, thumos, machismo, deservance versus entitlement, manipulation of the space, high-level expectations in the realm of acceptability. We'll get there by the end of the night. We'll get there. Red pulls to gray. 4-3 gray. Hooks to Bean. Bean on the open side. Bean with a nice little windshield wiper fake. Corey Hilton with reverse power. Corey has great pivots and fakes. Hooks with a nice pivot around and hits our girl right in the bread basket. And a drop. Q's gonna go ahead and pick it up. Not that it matters, but his pivot foot was not where the disc was, technically in travel. Ethan Yord is underthrown and goes to his knees. Yeah, that looked awkward.
Four, 3.
Libby pivoting backhand. Libby looking open side. We'll be swinging around to hooks. Hooks to our girl again on the backhand side. Whoa. And a very nice riser break, which Bean doesn't quite come down with. Corey knows he could have thrown that a little bit better, but honestly, if the throw goes to that space, putting the burden on your receiver to make a play. Lavelle looks backhand, swings to Q. Q wants to continue backhand, there's nobody there. They've changed the force is now backhand. Keith breaks. Donnie goes downfield to... Who is this? Who's got the disc right now?
Is that Skylar?
Is it? It might be. Yep. Very, very thin space dump. And he boosts it to the back corner, thick space. You're gonna have to see a layout and maybe a little more. Bean's playing pretty heads up right now. He knows that if he wants to win this game, which is probably the most winnable game of his season thus far, he has to be vigilant. If Gray bats an eyelash, they will lose this game by 10 points. Hooks with the static break right away. That's his MO to a certain degree. And we have a bid pick. Libby hits Bean. Bean backhand to the open side. Hooks looking backhand. Oh, it squeezes off that flick. I really thought he wanted the backhand boost. Oh, and then we've got a blade. That was painful to watch. Well, Red's looking to move the disc back towards us. That was almost out of bounds, if you'll realize. He almost had his foot on the line there. Lavelle's going to walk this one in, it seems. He needs his boy to get out of that space. Q needs to call his boy out of that space. But instead shoots from the hip and is going to see his girl on the open... Very nice toe. Two-handed grab, double toe. That's inbounds in college and in the pros.
That makes it 4-4. Red just scored.
Extremely low probability I'll be invited back to that tournament. And a nice pull to the back left corner. Libby fields it. Hits Corey. Corey's got great disc manipulation there. Seeing Church.
Yes.
Church is going to boost it, but he doesn't like what he sees.
That was alright. Our vacation.
He holsters. Kumi comes back under. Libby sees the open side cutter. Is that Johnston?
It's Johnson.
And Zach throws a nice little air bounce flick, and then Libby's going to finish. Whoa.
A lot of mustard on that.
That's a good throw. That's a very difficult throw by Libby.
That was a pretty good series in general. Yeah. Don't you think? Nothing wrong. No.
That makes it 5-3 Gray. Rolling.
Left to right, we got Johnston, Gooch, Kumi, Church, Libby, and Corey. Lots of E names. Lots of E names, so to speak. Backhand to the flick side, yet again. Q is going to boost it from the hip right away, and Church has this. Wow.
Oh my!
Wow.
Five.
One of them gets the other one's number on a consistent basis. I'll let you be the judge. They're in college together. That's a classic matchup. Ethan Yord over Brian Church. Make it 5-6.
5-5.
5-5, thank you.
Okay, after halftime it is 5-5. That was loud. There are 27 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game.
I think they're using this next gen to as a US absolutely hear what they want, and then they'll be like, all right, we go to one from US and use. That's I don't see
A couple good defensive plays on this.
Here's $20.
Or maybe even just like the I bet
And Red scores, making it 6-5. 6-5 Red. And Gray scores to tie it up, making it 6-6.